Lizard car mentioned there was oil in the Porsche curves 2 laps before the Aston had a huge accident. So that's very interesting. Radio chatter there off the internet giving us a clue to what we sort of suspected, is that it was not all about driver error. On-board camera with Johnny O, and here comes the Aston. Look at this, in the tow, David Leslie, creeping up ever so close, having a look, under braking for the first chicane, going past the restaurant Unodier, the restaurant 24 Heures, and down into the first chicane we go. So having a look, but not able to have a stab.
No, he was able to get a nice tow from the back of that Corvette, and was slowly catching, but unfortunately wasn't catching quite quick enough. Now what he's got here now is a good exit out of that chicane ahead of the Corvette. That allowed him to come out a little bit quicker. He's gone down the outside. He looks as though he's got the straight line speed over and above the Corvette, but have they? No, they're sort of neck and neck coming down here. It's fine, was in the toe, he's getting that brake in the air.
Corvette's got the line. In comes Frank Montagny for fuel after 39 minutes of the race. Is it for fuel? Is it for tyres? Is it for something else?
This is not scheduled, Martin,
No,
not at this time of the race. These cars can run for 55 minutes to the hour.
Well, he refuses a drink, but what have they done? They've cleaned his little screen. There's nothing else going on. He is having fuel, but there's somebody looking around at the back. Corvette still with the Aston Martin inside, but he has the right line for the Mulsanne corner. This is a great looking battle here. Don't forget the Corvettes didn't take on fresh tyres under the safety car, just having a quick top up. They got track position, they run first and second in GT1, but now the advantage of those fresh tyres being shown because the Corvette's really under pressure here. Well, while this battle continues, let's go down and talk to one of the architects of the battle, one of the architects indeed of the 007 and 009 cars, Dave Richards of ProDrive.
David, a bit of frustration here, I think. What's happened?
Darren came into the pits, and it was a bit of a late call coming into the pits, and he cut across the curb to coming into the pits, and he's destroyed. There's a carbon oil pipe at the front of the engine, which just broke, and he hit it hard on the curb, and it just broke. So the lads are changing the pipe. Hopefully the engine hasn't been damaged. We don't think the engine's damaged, but it's going to be a big fight back from here.
How long will it take to get the car back out there?
They're not too far away. It just depends. It's quite a complicated part to fit in the car, and I don't know. We'll wait and see.
I'm assuming then that Darren is pretty disappointed with that.
Darren's very upset with himself. He really feels very down, but we'll put him straight back in the car, and then it's a big fight from there on. They could just go flat out.
Thanks, David.
From the horse's mouth then, stop and go penalty for car number 14. That's the Dome Jar of Jan Lammers, the Racing for Holland car. Now, that's taken a while to apply. We normally get notification of speeding offences very quickly, and I would think that is a speeding offence, or possibly a passing under yellows offence, but I'm not sure where there is a... I suppose it could have been down at the Porsche curves, but we didn't see it. Anyway, the battle continues between Aston Martin's remaining competitive car, Pedro Lamy chasing Johnny O'Connell, but it is Ollie Gavin that leads in the other Corvette. Audi still out front overall as this GT1 class battle, another one of the predicted sledgehammer battles, Corvette versus Aston Martin, continues just inches apart for second and third position.
I'm just having a guess about Jan Lammers, that car was in the pits. There were a lot of people around it. I wonder if one mechanic too many touched it, David. This is sometimes a cause of stop and go.
Yeah, that's always a possibility. The rules are for mechanics only when it's in the pit lane. You need more people than that on the car. You really need to have it in the garage. That's why so many of the teams you see now have got the ability to jack the car up, put it on little wheelies, spin it around and get it back into the garages quickly. That allows them to do a lot of work on it. We're seeing a repeat 1 lap later of what we've seen earlier on. The Aston down the inside, having a look at trying to get past the Corvette. He was never ever going to make that. Now what he's done, because he went down the inside, he hasn't come out as close to the back of the car as he did last time. He's a little bit further back. Maybe he can get the draft this time. And if he can get the draft behind him and come right up behind that Corvette, he might be able to pop out and put himself on the inside before he gets to the next corner. Corvette sees that happening, sees the slower GT2 car in front.
I wonder where Pedro thinks that the Benos is going. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And that's the end of that out of the way. But in the pits now, car number 13. Now this is a car
that was the best of the Courage.
Third place overall.
Jean-Marc Gounod in the pits in the best Courage in the race, the Yokohama Advan tired car, and it looks like they are just in for fuel. So maybe with less than 45 minutes of the race completed, they are having fuel troubles again. Lamy having a good look, and this time he's monstering into Mulsanne. Johnny O using the traffic very well. The LNT Paynos obviously had nowhere to go, and Pedro had to pull out behind Johnny O'Connell's Corvette to follow past that time. But
Johnny has always been master of the chop. We've seen it so many times in A11. Just let the guy get there and then boom, straight across his bows. That really unnerves him.
Well, that was the left-hand lane there on the public highway is the racing line for Mulsanne corner, so Pedro was always having a bit of a punt looking at the inside rather than trying it, but O'Connell knows that an hour into this race even, you're not going to actually try and rub wheels with somebody, because there's 23 more opportunities to throw the car away, and you want to avoid doing any of them. As David Richards already said, Darren Turner really disappointed with what's happened to the Aston Martin already. But out of Arnage, great view back. I don't suppose too many drivers see that view, do they? Because not too many people will be looking in their mirror out of Arnage, but that's the way it looks. Sweeping again along the public road, down towards Maison Blanche, and then he'll swing right, fast right, hard into the Porsche curves any moment now. You'll see him cross the line as the Audis are rejoined. Biela is right